All right. I believe that we are live. I can
Live
tell
now.
when we do these Google Hangouts, man. But guys, happy to be here. I'm joined today by my good friend Craig, who was unfortunately able to join us for our Manchester United review, but he's joining us today because he's off work. So, guys, say hi to Craig.
Hello, everyone. I hope we all had a lovely weekend, apart from minus Sunday.
Let's all try and do our best to forget about Sunday.
What happened Sunday?
I don't even know, man. I think that something happened, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And
I
just
had a
know,
90-minute blur.
yeah, seriously, right? So just so you guys know, if I'm ever jumping back and forth on my computer, it's because I'm having to type in names for the drawing for this shirt today, guys. So, real quick, Craig, I just want you to give some initial thoughts on Manchester United's performance. Just obviously going to get to it at the end, but just so that way I could type in a few names here.
What, of our performance against Man City?
Yeah, let's pretend that you actually saw something for a minute.
Can I swear?
Try and keep it under 3 swear words.
I won't swear at all then. Absolutely dismal. Absolutely dismal. Slow, boring, clueless, stagnant. Changes need to be made. That's it in a nutshell. And quick. Changes need to be made quick.
Dude, you know what? Honestly, amen to that. Like, we need something to be done sooner than later because we are honestly getting to the point right now where I'm worried. I'm worried about how the rest of the year is going to go. I genuinely am. Because one horrible result like that is going to make the entire team kind of question what's going on.
And if it carries on like this, it's going to be hard to keep hold of the players that we want to keep hold of. In
Yeah.
my eyes, it's if Jose stays, Pogba's going to be like Martial, De Gea. Obviously, at the moment, De Gea's umming and ahhing about contract, isn't he?
Yeah.
And you know what? He has every right to and ah about this contract renewal. And if he goes, I will salute him and I'll say thank you for everything you've done. You're a top keeper. Go and do what you're good at and win trophies because you ain't winning shit here, brother.
Well, let me ask you this: where do you think that he would likely head to? Do you think it would be PSG?
I think so because Real Madrid, the door's shut. They got Courtois. Barcelona, they got Ter Stegen and Citizen, so they're sorted. I think Buffon, I think it would be his last year at PSG, wouldn't it? I
Yeah.
don't know, so he would fit straight in, play with Cavani, Mbappe, Rabiot, Zanetti, not Zanetti, um, you know, fantastic players, and they are Champions League contenders, or Juventus. You never know,
Yeah.
because me personally, I don't rate Chesney. Like I didn't rate him at Arsenal. I think he went Roma. Didn't rate him then. So who knows?
Bring up a good one of Barca. I could see him going to Barca too.
Who
De Gea.
really?
I mean, would it really be that bad of a shout for him to go to somebody like that?
If he did go to there, then I would certainly, if I was the board, I was like, give us Ter Stegen because he is equally as good. He is in the top 5 keeper, Ter Stegen, with Oblak, De Gea, Buffon still.
So, real quick, guys, I just want to make sure to shout this out. Well, number one, we have almost 20 people watching live. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us live. Like, honestly, it's such a blessing to know that there are so many people that are supporting what's going on here.
I hope you're enjoying it, people.
Yeah, I mean, but guys, if make sure that if you're live here with us, to drop your name in the comments, so I can make sure to get your name entered in line too for the shirt, because everybody right now has got a chance to win. It's a Phoenix Rising Western Conference champions shirt. So just want to make sure that everybody has their chance. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to jump into these games. And first one up, I have Cardiff against Brighton and Hove Albion. And so unfortunately, my prediction of 1-1 wasn't correct. It wasn't too far off. The Cardiff wound up winning 2-1. There was a red card in the game, which I think made it so it was easier for them to get to that, 2-1 range right there. But I mean, Craig, did you guys see much of this match?
I think I saw one of your live videos about the NFL, and you said and your pal said about you've started. Was it week 7? You're starting to see the good teams and the bad teams.
Yeah.
And them two are the bad teams in the Premier League, so I didn't really bother watching them, if I'm totally honest. But they're just two teams that I think are boring. Yeah. In my eyes, they're two of the struggling teams, and they're going to struggle to stay up. And that's all I can really say on that. I know it's bad, but
honestly, though, like it wasn't necessarily the most exciting of games, and to me, it did look like Brighton was the more likely team to win it.
Yeah, in my eyes, Brighton on paper would be the team to win because they've done us over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but
try and forget about that.
You can't forget about that. You can't.
Like, it's sad, but like, so I mean, honestly though, I mean, I did. This wasn't one of the games that was available on live TV. I did go back and I did watch a bit of it on NBC Sports Gold. So, Craig, I don't know if you really knew this or not about here in the States, but I literally am able to watch every single game live throughout the week. Like I have an app called the NBC Sports Gold app where I get every single game available, no matter who's playing.
You can watch everything.
Every single game, doesn't matter the start time, anything.
Thanks.
I know, right? Rubbing it in.
Oh.
So it's this game, honestly, it looked like Brighton was the team more likely to win it until the red card happened. And in all honesty, other than that, like once the red card happened, you kind of figured that,
it opens out a bit, then it slows down, and the team with the extra player kind of just spread the game a bit. The team with a lesser man sit back and try and counter, didn't they? That's what happens when there's a red card involved.
Yeah,
with it's football. There's a red card.
Exactly. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to the next game, which was Huddersfield against West Ham United. And for me, when I watched this game, it looked like to me that Huddersfield really did control the majority of this game. And
did Anderson get the goal? Was it Anderson?
I didn't write down the goal scorers, but I know that it was 1-1.
Yeah.
Let me check that out.
I think it was Anderson Silva. Another Silva.
Yeah, I know, right? All good weeks this week. Let's see here. I'm almost there. So we had Felipe Anderson.
That's Felipe Anderson.
Yeah.
That's it. Sorry, my bad.
No, you're good. But yeah, so I mean, Huddersfield really did control the majority of this game. And just West Ham had it, but West Ham really did have their chances late. It reminded me a little bit of Manchester United's game against Juventus, where we really probably shouldn't have been in the game. But it was
it.
Yeah.
Like West Ham, all right, being from East London, got a little soft spot for West Ham. But they always let you down, they always let you down. They bought so many players and they bought some fantastic players that would fit straight into the Man United team. Felipe Anderson, I think an Arnautovic would play, well for United.
For Mourinho, yeah, he would definitely play well.
And they just, all right, they turned up against us. But they're just a mid-table team that try and push for glory, but get nothing, didn't they?
Yeah, they do tend to get pretty unlucky. I will give you that. They do have a tendency to get pretty unlucky.
Yeah, and
I mean,
they've had some fantastic players. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
some fantastic players.
I mean, they've got the old homie Chicharito. I mean,
gotta love the guy.
Yeah,
once a red, always a red.
I mean, I saw your post about Memphis, man, and we were talking off air about Memphis Depay and how we would both probably love to have him back in Manchester United right now.
I would have him. A lot of people say, "No, you're mad," but tell me someone who would run on the wings like he does now. Yeah. We ain't got no one.
Yeah. So for me, I mean, you were talking about how you have a soft spot for West Ham. For me, my soft spot it's between Tottenham and Newcastle. Like,
stick to Newcastle.
Yeah, I mean, we do have Rance's brother. That's
yeah.
But I mean, just for me, like coming from like in America, I mean, it's probably pretty rough to say, but Tottenham kind of are the lovable losers. Like, you throw the around that. So like they never manage to win it. Like they just can't for some reason. It's like I think it's just honestly in their head.
Well, they didn't spend nothing, did they, this year? So what do you expect? But they're still doing better than us, aren't they?
We're not going to talk about that.
You can't take it away, bro. You can't take it away. It's being real.
Nah, I mean, and the sad thing is, I know you're right, man. But like, I mean, I'm not surprised either. I'm not surprised.
They got a striker that can score.
Yeah. I would gladly take him any time of the day. I would take Harry Kane yesterday in our squad.
All day long.
So we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to our next match. And that is Newcastle against Bournemouth. And I did have a predicted score of 2-1 for Bournemouth. It wound up being 2-1 for Newcastle. Dang it. And like that, honestly, that was one of those games that it really did surprise me. Really did.
It seems like Newcastle are just clawing points back now, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, Rondon had an amazing game. Game.
From our game, we beat them 3-2. After that, I think they've drawn and won, if I'm correct. I'm not sure.
I know for a fact they've gotten at least a draw, and I think they've gotten 2 wins.
Yeah, so they're clawing their way back very slowly, which is, I don't like seeing Newcastle struggle, if I'm honest. And they are a yo-yo team, aren't they? They go up, come down, go up, come down. But it's good, considering Benitez hasn't had much to play with, as in the transfer window. He's. Kennedy, Rondon, he's doing all right with them players, and he's got, who's their captain?
Maybe somebody in the chat will know that. Does somebody know who the captain is for Newcastle?
Because I know he signed a new long 6-year contract, didn't he? If I'm correct. Could be wrong.
I don't really stay up to date in terms of like the team news for teams.
Yeah.
I just will stay up to date with how the team is doing in general.
Yeah.
Lascelles is the captain for.
That's it. Yeah. And he signed a new contract, so they're kind of being stable. Do you know what I mean? Keeping their players, for long term, and if he can get a decent kitty for January and the summer, I can't see him not. I can see him staying up. Newcastle.
Yeah, I really think that Newcastle is a decent team. I think that they've been unlucky at the start of the year, and I really think that like they are starting to hit their stride right now. So I think that they will probably wind up around, mid-table.
Just above relegation. I think that they'll miss it by a little margin. I think they'll miss it by a little margin.
Yeah. So, I mean, we got some people chiming in about Lascelles. I mean, like Tango Gaming says Lascelles isn't even that bad of a defender, to be fair. He said he'd take him over Smalling any day.
Yeah.
I'd take him over Jones, that's for sure. But I almost take anybody over Phil Jones. So
Phil Jones is terrible.
yeah. Yeah.
Like,
so bad. How he's stolen a living
like,
for so long.
I'd give him back to Blackburn and ask for my money back.
All right, man. We're gonna go ahead. I mean, just so you guys can hear it, I have to say it again. Ron Dunn had an absolutely amazing game.
He's on loan, isn't he?
You know, I don't know that for a fact. I think so, though.
I think he's on loan from West Brom. Because I think Dwight Gale went the other way, didn't he?
I mean, does somebody know if he is for sure on loan? Just curious.
I think that's what happened. I think that was the little Rondon went Newcastle, Dwight Gale went to West Brom. I think.
Yeah. So Matthew McFadden, Tango Gaming, Derek Cooney.
How you doing, dude?
So all of them saying so they like I've got two they're saying on loan, but then Derek Cooney saying he's on permanent. So either way, I think it's a loan. We got multiple people saying loan deal though. So
it must be a loan deal.
It must be a loan deal then. So and like I said, guys, I don't because Manchester United are my team, and I have so many other teams that I follow. It's hard for me to keep up with the team news for every single team.
Yeah,
it's not easy to watch as many sports as I do.
I just look down, mate, and I just look on my Sky Sports app, and I sit there for like an hour just reading, go through every team: Wolves, West Brom, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool. Just look what they're doing.
So
me.
I mean, so it's Rondon and Gale loan swap.
Yeah, I thought so.
So yeah, we actually have some people like chiming in about their height right now. Funny enough, and talking about we got some people that are 6'5", 6'6", and I'm 6'4", so we're all
I'm 6'1".
Mourinho dreams. We're all Mourinho dreams right now, guys. Just so you guys know.
Don't you mean Mourinho out?
I was never Mourinho out. Never. No. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to move on. We're going to go to Southampton against Watford, which this was actually really surprising. I thought Watford were going to get back into their winning form this week.
My boy Charlie Austin piping up. Hey? I love that guy. You know,
yeah.
I think he's so underrated. You know, and he just doesn't get playing time that he needs. You know, was it Gabbiadini got the goal?
Yep.
Didn't he? And then Austin got the goal disallowed. But I haven't seen the goal. But Charlie Austin's adamant. Yeah, he's
100% got screwed. Well, they ruled it that he was in the view of the keeper.
Yeah, I hadn't even watched it, but by Charlie Austin's reaction, I am guessing that it was a goal, and the officials do need VAR help with future decisions.
Yeah, like
it's becoming a problem, you know.
So here's where my issue with VAR is. I don't like the game being slowed down.
No.
Because I mean we saw it in the World Cup how it would take 5 to 10 minutes to get decisions in.
But I said this, and I said, like, you could get a goal disallowed, play 10 minutes, and then VAR would kick up, and then they'd get a goal. I said, if you have a 10-second window, and if nothing in that 10 seconds is established, play game on. Do you know what I mean?
No, fair.
That's play the game. Carry on. You know.
So, I mean, somebody did just say that Watford probably should have had a penalty too, so it evens out. And that was Ibrahim that just said that
Like I said, I haven't seen the game, so I can't really comment on it. But all I know is about Charlie Austin, and he doesn't really pipe up. So obviously, he believes that something needs to change, and it should have been 2-1. But then, if that's the case, then it should have been 2-2, shouldn't it?
Yeah. I mean, and you know what? At the end of the day, a 1-1, I guess you would say is a fair result based on
the two teams where they are in the table. You know, maybe 1 was a fair result.
Yeah, I mean, Jamie Pearson's actually thinks that Southampton could be in big trouble. I mean, and I don't necessarily disagree. I notice that they aren't as good as they have been in past years.
Well, they keep selling their players. You know, yeah. Mark Hughes likes to relegate teams. you know. And I do believe that they could be in trouble. You know, they could be in big trouble. Like Charlie Austin said, they could have had the 1-0. They could have had the 2-1. Come away from that game, 2-week break now, and then go back to... They got Fulham next, you know. And that's a big game for Southampton. If they can come away from Fulham and get 3 points, then you know, it's looking a little bit promising for Southampton.
Yeah, that's fair. So just so you know, Ryan Beals wanted to say he likes the Portugal kit, Craig.
Cheers, bro. Repping it, my roots.
So, and then Matthew McFadden actually brought up a really great point. He said VAR is like a new piece of software or an app, a new idea with early issues, but the more it's tested and feedback is given, it will update and cater to the game a lot more.
Yeah. I'm all game for VAR, but it needs to be like rugby. You know, when we play rugby and you have VAR, it's boom there and then. You know, it's you get 10 seconds and they're like, no try, and it's game on. There's no buts or ifs. It's game on. You know, there's no point surrounding the keeper over it. You know. They got about, 20 guys on the VAR, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
You know, so yeah, I understand, you know, you're going to have hiccups. But...
Real quick. You're in. J Kings, you're in, just so you know. Yeah, making sure that everybody, that if you make a comment in here, guys, and you haven't already been entered, you guys are entered in here if you've already commented. But J Kings, you just got entered to win the Phoenix Rising T-shirt. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna move on to our next game, which was the last game of the day on Saturday of Crystal Palace against Tottenham. And
1-0, wasn't it? Harry Kane. Was it Harry Kane?
No, it was Juan Foyth.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, he gave a penalty away the week before, didn't he?
Yep.
And then scored the winner. Fair play to him.
Yeah.
You know? Fair play. You know, a lot of players would be, you know, confident shot for doing that. You know what I mean? But he got the winner, got 3 points for Tottenham, unfortunately. But it is what it is, isn't it? You know, and Palace are another team that's struggling.
Yeah, well, Crystal Palace have kind of had a really weird year. They've been up and down, and I really look at them as a team that will likely continue to just stay up.
They're just like I don't know what you can address them as, but they're just a team that just win 1-0, then lose, win 1-0, draw, win 1-0, draw. And it just seems like they got one player in that squad, doesn't it? You know, Zaha. You know, ex-Man United boy, ex-Red. But they're another boring team, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. And actually, so just real quick, Craig, I want to get your reaction to this. So Douglas James gave me the information that Southampton have not won at home since April of last year.
And Mark Hughes has still got a job?
Apparently.
Unless his release clause is massive. You know, that's the only reason why I can think that he's still in his job, you know.
He's got nudes, just like Mourinho's has got nudes.
Yeah, you know. licking his fingertips.
So one thing I do want to say about the Tottenham and Crystal Palace game is I love a rainy game like that. I feel like when you have a game that looks like that, it adds to such an atmosphere.
Well, as in, I love rainy games. You know, you just get, you know, the ball moves faster. Your players move a little bit cautious because they don't want to give the ball away. You know, it's. I reckon it's a lot harder than we all think it is. You know.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely, it's got to be a lot harder.
Yeah, like every sport. When I used to play rugby in the rain, it's a lot harder. You know, but NFL a lot harder. You know, every sport, if it's rain's involved, is either gets cancelled or it's going to be a hell of a lot harder.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I mean, baseball gets canceled if there's rain.
Yeah.
I mean, if the football,
tennis, cricket, you know.
Anything that really involves kind of more of the smaller ball.
The smaller balls.
Yeah.
And I bet you that ball moves like a hockey puck against that grass, grass, doesn't it?
Oh, I'm sure. Like, and so Chris Bennington is like, don't talk about rain. People in the UK know what I'm talking about. I'm like, for me in Arizona, guys, we have sunshine 330 days a year.
Can you just?
I mean, right now, guys, it's 64 degrees outside with 0 humidity. Gorgeous weather.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on. We're going to talk.
Yeah, we're going to move on.
Yeah. We're going to move on to Liverpool against Fulham. And
2-0 to Liverpool.
2-0 to Liverpool. I mean, honestly, I didn't even really have any notes about Liverpool because I don't think there was really much to like.
You know what? You don't need notes about Liverpool. You just know, like they're that team at the moment where you look at them and you're like, yeah, they're gonna win. Like they're gonna win, and they scrape it. I think Granit. What's his? Shaqiri. What a player.
Yeah.
But everyone forgets about what. But everyone forgets about what he's done. He's a Champions League winner.
Yeah, that's fair.
And he was at Stoke, and why didn't we go for him? Why didn't we go for Shaqiri?
That's a great question, and honestly, I think it's because we have Alexis Sanchez already.
I would rather Shaqiri than him. He gets you goals. He's a lot younger. And how much did Liverpool buy him for? 12 million? 14 million?
Next to nothing.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's just, you just look at it and you're like, we could have bought him. He's not a Galactico. He's not a phenomenal, he's not, a world beater player like Ronaldo, Messi, Cavani. He's Shaqiri, We could have bought him.
And so Ryan Beals just came up with a great comment too. He said it's probably because he doesn't sell shirts.
No, but he would have sold shirts if he was scoring the goals.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And he is a game changer. He would come on and score that one goal that would get us 2-1.
Yeah. And so real quick, I did want to say, so I did get the chance to watch this game a bit. And first of all, Sessegnon should have scored the first goal of the game. He had basically a one-on-one with the keeper, and he missed wide right. But Fulham had chances in this game to at least make it an equalized game, but Liverpool just they aren't doing it right now. They're not allowing it to happen.
That Liverpool are a phenomenal team at the moment, and I tell it how it is. Like, they are in front of us as well. On many levels, they've got the centre backs, they've got the centre mids, and they've got the strikers to do the lot. And they bought a keeper for what? How much?
Yeah.
And
what was it,
okay, he has been a calamity in some games, but he could have a boring game and do nothing, but he's still got the centre backs to do the job. Van Dijk, what a player,
Yeah, he's having a great year.
Phenomenal player. And I don't, what's the word? I don't care. If a team plays well, I will pick them up. I'm not one of these, fuck it, because Liverpool are Liverpool, you can't big them up. If Liverpool are playing well, and they're playing wicked football, ain't they?
Yeah.
And you got to give it to Liverpool, and it will fucking kill me if they win if they win the league.
Yeah,
it really will. It really will. But
so I mean, we'll move on because really, like I said, Liverpool put in a workmanlike performance and they did what they needed to do. But
I don't even think they properly tried, did they? Really, coming as Fulham.
Probably, But I mean, either way. I mean, I did just I got the score line in this per perfectly right. I predicted 2-0. Liverpool won 2-0.
I've not seen the table. Are Fulham bottom?
Dang it! I'm gonna pull it.
Pull out the strings.
Pull it out.
I think Fulham are bottom, which is very
Surprising.
I weren't expecting that.
Yeah, Fulham are bottom of the table, followed up by Huddersfield and Cardiff.
I reckon Cardiff and Huddersfield will go down.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I think Fulham will push to stay up, and I think they'll stay up.
They need to start putting together results.
Yeah.
Because I think all of us thought that Fulham were going to be so much better than they.
Because they bought Mitrovic from Newcastle. They got Andre Sherrill for 2 years loan. And when they even got Andre Sherrill, I was like, whoa, that's a loan. That is a loan. Like,
yeah,
that's a loan of the year. And they got that. What's his name? Ryan Sigurdsson. Is it Sigurdsson? Yeah. Sessegnon. That's it.
Which he's
awesome.
Dude, he's going to move on to a top six side at the very least. I mean, I could see him going to, I could see him going to any of the big clubs.
I would love him at us, but who knows? Next one. Let's go.
So, actually, it's a real quick. I wanted to throw in a funny comment here. So, Matthew McFadden, which somebody kind of echoed it. Fulham are playing career mode with their signings, but they're playing on the hardest difficulty ever right now.
They bit off more than they can chew, if I'm honest. By the looks of the table.
Yeah. But so we got a great question here too before we move on to the next game.
Let's go.
Chris Bennington asked, what did Liverpool do right that we haven't?
They were very aggressive in the transfer window. Nobody knew Liverpool were after Fabinho. And all of a sudden, boom, Sky Sports News, there's a picture and there's a video of Fabinho with a shirt, And they're utilising their players the correct way. They're front three. You ain't got a big fat donkey in the middle like we have. And what's his name? Klopp is the kind of manager to me that would pay for a Christmas party and say, have tomorrow off, lads, and come in the next day.
Yeah.
And and that for me, if I was a player and my manager done that, I'd be like, he's a geezer. But we've got a manager that would be like, I'm not paying for your Christmas party. You're back into training in the morning, 6 o'clock, be there. Otherwise, forget about Boxing Day. And that's that. That's the way that I see it. And I've spoke to a few people about that way of thinking about Liverpool and United and their managers. I would jump for the chance to have Klopp.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, I would too.
Okay, but then people might comment and say that, but what's he won? He's not a team that have won anything for God knows how long.
So, I mean, in fairness, he did win stuff at Dortmund.
Yeah, he did. Win
stuff at Dortmund. Yeah. I mean, and Matthew, so both Matthew, Mr. Exclusive, there's been a few people that have said it in here. So, I mean, they've got a plan. Basically, what he said is Liverpool have got a plan A, and they it to the max. And he said now Matthew said they're still bottlers, but it's only a matter of time. And then Matthew also had another great comment here saying that they just identify their problem areas and they strengthen them. Whereas with us, we wait a couple of years and then we wait for Lady Luck.
Yeah. I totally agree. Liverpool have, in my head, Liverpool have a plan A, B, and C. And they're still on plan A. We're on plan A, Man United. We've tried plan A. It don't work. We've tried plan B. It don't work. We're on C. It's run out. And Jose's out of time, in my eyes. That's him. He's
completely agree, man. Well, we'll move on real quick, too.
Let's move on.
By the way, I wanted to shout. I forgot about the Southampton game. I wanted to talk about Ben Foster real quick. Ben Foster had one of the saves of the week, in my opinion, where he was moving one direction, and it reminded me of De Gea sticking out his foot and just barely knocking the ball up to make the save. Absolutely phenomenal save.
Ben Foster, I can't really say anything bad about him because he's ex-United boy, isn't he?
Yeah. I mean, but the reason why I throw that out there, though, is because as we move on to this Chelsea versus Everton game, Pickford had an absolutely amazing week, and he also probably had what was the save of the week as well. I mean, Jordan Pickford, what a man.
He's got great footwork, like, for a keeper. And sometimes he does make silly little mistakes, which costs Everton, And everyone bigged him up in the World Cup, in my eyes. Everyone bigged him up, but then England, who did they really play? Who did they really play? They didn't play Brazil. They didn't play France. They didn't play, a Holland, which weren't in it. But look at them now; they're firing. They didn't play in Italy because they weren't in it. It's. I think Pickford's a hit and miss keeper in my personal opinion. But everybody's got their own opinions. That's my thing on Pickford. I don't mind him.
Yeah, I mean, Pickford had one of those weeks where, and I said in my preview for this game, I said that Chelsea were going to win 2-1, but I had a feeling that Everton were going to big up this one and they were going to pull out a draw. But I just said I couldn't pick against Chelsea to do it. But, I mean...
Good point for Everton. Very good point for Everton.
Big point.
I think the only negative from that match was Richarlison coming off with a groin problem, I think. And he's big presence up top now.
Yeah.
For Everton, And I don't know how long he's out for, but if he is out for a bit, then I think he is going to be missed at Everton for a couple of weeks, and I think Everton could slope down the table if they ain't got the goals, obviously.
So, real quick, I mean, Douglas James did say that, Jorginho was very lucky to stay on the pitch for that tackle on Sigurdsson.
Yeah, I did see that, and so did, what's his name? Everton centre-back from Barcelona.
Yeah.
He was a lucky one to, what's his name?
I can't remember right now.
Is it Mina?
I think that's who it is. Is it Mina?
Someone?
Chad'll know.
Anyone? Mina?
But it is Mina. It is Mina.
It is, yeah, I thought so. Yeah, apparently he was off the floor with a tackle against Hazard, I think. But, apparently he rode his luck on that game as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, we'll go ahead and we'll move on to, honestly, what I personally thought was the game of the week in Arsenal versus Wolves.
Yes.
Great game. Wolves won it, first of all.
100%. But Mkhitaryan's goal, that was an R1 finesse shot on FIFA. And fair play to Mkhitaryan. I love the guy when he scores. I love to see him score. He couldn't do it for us, but I'm glad he scores a goal here and there for Arsenal. But Wolves should have had that game. What was it Traore, innit?
Yeah.
Why did he try and do what he did?
Oh, dude.
If he weren't so non-selfish, they could have had the 2-1, and that would have made my day for Wolves to get that win, because they're a team that come up this season, and they've got a fantastic manager that knows what he wants to do with the team. He knows where he needs to strengthen, and it's Portugal FC, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the Portugal international squad minus Ronaldo.
Matinho.
Yeah,
But,
dude. Well, I actually talked about it in my preview that I
Yeah.
thought like Wolves have been bigging up to everybody in the top six. They've gone up against everybody in the top six and played them with absolute quality.
They made it hard for us.
Yeah.
Massively hard. They come to us with a game plan. They stuck to the game plan, and they got the goal. We got the goal, and it was fair play to Wolves. And I really hope they stay up, and I really hope they get that striker that they get in, if they get one in January, because they need a striker. If they get a fantastic striker, Silva, from I think it's AC Milan. If they get him, they'll be sorted. Yeah. Well, they would be sorted.
So we did have somebody say Epic Beer, the Wolves manager, has. It's not as good as this, though. Not as good as this.
No, I must admit, that is some beard, mate. I tell you, that is some beard.
So yeah, I honestly, Wolves right now. I mean, because I actually had some really good interactions last year while Wolves were in the championship with some Wolves fans, talking about how when they came up to the Premier League, I thought that they were going to come in. Like, he's like, we're going to spend money and we're going to come in and we're going to do everything we can to take over this league.
They have got some phenomenal players.
Yeah.
Neves, Moutinho, Neves, Moutinho. Who's their captain? Anyone? What's his What's Wolves' captain's name?
I know it's their defender. I can't. But real quick, so, I mean, and Ryan, we'll get to that question after we talk about the United game here coming up, and after we get the captain name. Is it Patrick? We got Code.
That's it, Cody. Code. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. He played wicked.
Yeah, I mean, then. Honestly, there was that moment at the end of the game where Adama Traore there's somebody I would take at Manchester United right now. He is so freaking fast. I don't know if there's anybody faster than him in the Premier League.
Where did they get him from? Middlesbrough?
Yeah, it's Middlesbrough.
Yeah, the guy is a unit.
He's built, he's fast. Like, he's basically everything that we think Lukaku is, but isn't. He's somebody that I look at him and Adama Traore is gonna move on to somebody else and have an absolutely phenomenal career somewhere.
He's my build, but he can play football.
He's just a mini beast. I love the dude. I really do. Anytime he comes on for that sub appearance, because he loves to make his sub appearances too. So,
like I said, they are missing a striker, and then when they get that striker, everyone beware. Wolves will be that team.
Yeah. So, and Matthew said he's only 22. I think he's either 22 or 23. I don't remember.
He's got the world at his feet, mate. If he fires goals in for Wolves, Yeah,
he's gonna move on somewhere.
Same as Ruben Neves, Yeah, we could see what he done in the Championship. He was firing. I don't think he scored a goal less than 20 yards out. He only likes rockets. And he's another player that we had this conversation before we went live. We would snap up Neves.
Yeah, I would snap up Neves and Traore, in all honesty.
And I would have Moutinho as well. The guy is just like a little. He just fits into every little nook and cranny, and he's that player he's just like a little smaller version of Michael Carrick, He's not afraid to ping a ball here, ping a ball there, and he just stays in the central role, and he's not afraid to track back neither. They got some fantastic players. Fair play to Wolves.
Yeah.
Fair play.
So, and Ibrahim did say how he's not even getting into the Wolves team. How's he going to make it to a top 6 team for Adama Traore? It's just we're just talking opinion, Ibra. Like, that's
Who's this? Traore.
Yeah, Adama Traore, and I get that. But the thing is, he's their super sub right now.
Yeah, but
I honestly feel like he should be starting.
All he needs, is 1 or 2 goals off the subs bench, and he will get his starting role. And if he does keep on firing, then you know what these teams are like. They'll snap him up, And I believe that Wolves will be a feeder club as well, a bit like a Southampton,
So I mean,
They'll-
we'll go ahead and just real quick, I wanted to say Douglas said that Raul Jimenez is a good number 9 for Wolves. I mean,
yeah,
he's decent enough, but I think if they get a top class striker,
yeah,
they're going to go on to that next level.
they will.
So we'll move on to the last game of the week, which is unfortunately our game. Manchester United, Manchester City. And in all honesty, guys, the way we played, it didn't even feel like a derby. It just didn't. I mean, I predicted 2-2. Matthew predicted 2-1. I mean, I know you predicted 2-1. I mean, rough game. Craig, I mean, everybody knows my thoughts. We had a 45-minute show yesterday about it. Craig, give me your thoughts from yesterday.
I don't even know where to start because there's so many cracks in this squad and this team at the moment. We're just so inconsistent. Like we just look miles and miles behind Man City now. You got Matic that, he's losing it. He's just deteriorating every game. And it's, he ain't a player that was at Benfica. He isn't the player that he was at Chelsea. But Jose won't drop him. He just won't get dropped. And why didn't you play Sanchez? Why didn't you play Sanchez? Why didn't he play like Rashford? And as soon as Pogba, I got told Pogba weren't playing, I was like, we've just, handed him the win, Oh,
it was so unfortunate because I hate injuries to be part of the game, and I did already see that he's not him and Martial both withdrawn from France.
When you think that we have one player out and our heads drop like this because we have no one to fill that gap. We have no one to fill Pogba's place. No one. I'm surprised Scotty McTominay didn't play yesterday.
No, in all honesty,
I am really, really, really surprised. I'm happy Jose didn't pick him. Don't get me wrong, but it hurts that the situation that we're in now. And I said to you, and I said to a lot of people, when we played Juventus, if Aguero was on that team, we would have got smashed.
Yep.
We would have got smashed. Because that Guadrado, he can't finish his dinner, let alone, a set piece or whatever. And he proved me right. He proved me right. Look at Aguero. He smashed it. He smashed it yesterday. And I won't take that away from him. The guy is phenomenal. He's been phenomenal since he's come to City. He won the title for the first time. Well, second time. Things need to change, mate. We need centre backs. We need left back. We need right back. We need left wing. We need right wing. We need centre attacking midfields. We need defensive midfielders. We need strikers on the left and the right. We need a new manager. We need a new board.
we need new everything.
We need everything. We might as well get rebranded. You know what I mean?
Go back to Newton Heath, right?
Yeah, exactly. Let's play back in gold and yellow, gold and green. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I mean, just I've had more time to digest the game. And listen, I know for a fact that we have got world-class talent in our squad. We really do.
But we haven't got the manager to release that.
Exactly. The manager is, and you could tell that from minute 1 to minute 90, we were told that we were going to not be pressing.
As soon as that team sheet come out, you know, we're just going to sit back here and let Man City give it everything. And, you know, they put Fellaini on, a 31-year-old, Matic, a 31-year-old. The guy is just shit, mind my French. Just like...
We honestly at a point right now where I don't know if we were lucky in these last few. In all honesty, I think
I told you that. I said, and you have a look at my previous tweets. We are on the lucky train, and it will run out. You know, it will run out, and it's run out. You know, we got Palace. I don't know who we got. Who's our next game?
I think it goes Palace and then somebody else and then Liverpool.
Yeah, you know, we got Palace at home. You know, that should be a 3-pointer. But
well, here's the thing though: are you confident in any of these games coming up?
No, I just go to games now with flex and rants and just go with an open mind. You know,
just pretend like maybe something's gonna happen.
Yeah, I just go with the flow, like, and if the atmosphere feels good, I might be like, yeah, I might nick a 1-0, you know. But we're just not. I can't recall the last time we scored more than 3 goals.
Like,
you know what I mean? We've not had a clean sheet for God knows how long.
No, God, I don't. I think we've maybe had 1 all season.
You know what I mean? I think De Gea had like 9 this time last year.
I think it was Mark that tweeted it out, but I think this is the first time that we've had a negative goal differential this far into the season.
I think it's 21 or 22 goals we've conceded this year.
It's something. I think we've scored 20.
I think that was it. I think we've conceded
21
more goals. 21 goals. We've conceded more goals than the top 3 teams. I think that is what someone tweeted.
Yeah.
And what is that? What is that?
I mean, so
come on.
Let's answer Ryan Beale's question. Ryan has.
How you doing, Ryan?
And he said, Andrew Craig, why do we continue to try and play defensive football when our defense is our biggest weakness? And why does the board allow this mediocrity?
That's Jose's plan, isn't it? You know, in my eyes now, we've got 2 centre-backs that I would keep at that squad, and that is Rojo and Bailly. I think Lindelof is absolutely pony. I think Chris Smalling is so inconsistent. I think Jones is just injury prone. You know, as you can tell, in the summer we were desperate for a centre back. You know, Maguire, Toby, and Godin, all of them rejected us because they all know what crap they would come into. You know, and
we need a new manager. The reason why we need a new manager and we need one now is because we need to bring back the optimism so that way in the summer, players will actually want to possibly still come here.
Yeah. You know, if a new manager was assigned in this 2-week window, these lads on international duty would jump on their plane to get back to Manchester, to want to train, to want to play, you know, to fight for that position. You know what I mean? Like, you know who I want to replace Jose. You know, it's no secret. You know, and I think this manager, if he is the manager to come to Manchester United, he would unleash that French connection, but at a different level. You know, he would attract better players. Do you know what I'm saying? But at the moment, it's all buts and ifs. We've just got to be, you know, we've just got to have what we have at the moment, and hopefully Ed Woodward and the Glaziers realise Jose ain't our man no more. He's had his 3 years.
Yeah. We honestly, we've reached a point where we need to start over.
Maureen the dinosaur, as Rance calls him.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And we honestly, and Mark with his Jurassic Park yesterday on the stream, dude. Honestly, it was so bad, so bad. But you know what? Honestly, all we could do is we can hope and we can move on because in all honesty, I mean, we went over some of the stats yesterday, and I just want to re-emphasize it too, guys. Yesterday, Manchester City had 704 passes to our 380. That's everything you need to know about the game. And I know Doug has put up a couple of stats in there, and just like it's sad. It really is sad. But all we can do is hope that the right decisions will be made here soon, and we move on, and we become the Manchester United we all know that we can be.
You know, like we've all said, we see glimpses of that squad that we want to see. You know, we see glimpses, but we don't want to see glimpses, do we? We want to see 90 minutes of that squad. You know, everyone was like, oh, the first half of the Tottenham game, the last 10 minutes of the Newcastle game, you know, the first half of the Wolves game, you know, the first 10 minutes of the West Ham game. You know, it's there, but it just needs to be unleashed by the right manager. That's it.
Yeah.
And we all know.
Well,
and whoever is still Jose in, get your head sorted out, please.
Honestly, I feel that way too. It's like I try and make sure to respect other people's opinions, but I don't get how people can still defend.
No, like how can you even respect their faults when the facts are on the paper, the facts are on the wall? You know, you just have to look at the table. How can you still say Jose in? We're ruining us.
That Manchester United have never been at. I mean, and Derek just gave me a great stat too. So for their third goal, they had 44 consecutive passes to score that third goal.
Do you know what I mean? That's just disrespectful. It's pain in the arse, and we shouldn't be doing this. We shouldn't let Man City be doing this. You know, it would have been a hell of a lot worse if they had come to Old Trafford and done that.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? I'm glad they done it in their yard instead of our yard. And I'm hoping when they come to our yard, we can do them. You know, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm hoping Maureen the dinosaur ain't there.
It's,
you know what I mean?
Man, soon enough, he's not going to be.
You know.
Doug just said, what did you make of Sterling showboating? In all honesty, do what you want, man. You can do whatever you want.
Do you know what? Who calls that showboating? We did.
By not pressing.
Because we are so poor. You know what I mean? We are so poor. Players like Raheem Sterling can get the confidence to showboat like that.
Yeah.
You know? And we have ourselves to blame to let him do stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know? Like, Gundogan scored that goal. Who was on him?
Literally nobody.
Nobody.
So bad.
He could have hopped, skipped, and jumped with that goal. It was when I see that cross from Bernardo Silva, I was like, goal. Done. I turned it off after that.
And honestly, I don't blame you. But so real quick, guys, Sergio Aguero did have my goal of the week, though.
Oh.
That goal for me, the way that he put it past De Gea on the near post, you don't expect very often for someone like David De Gea to get beat near post.
Right. But then you look at that goal, and it's hard to either say, well done, Aguero, or look at the size of that gap in between your hands, De Gea.
No, that's fair. But at the same time, that shot was hit with such pace that, I mean, he would have been lucky to save it. But
if he saved that, it would have been a save of the week. Do you know what I mean?
Easy. From the distance that he was at, it would have been absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. But it wound up being goal of the week because of, like I said, if you beat David De Gea near post.
Who was his keeper? Lindelof was his defender, wasn't he?
Yes.
That was like I said, Lindelof ain't cut out for the Prem, man. He's had a couple of good games, but he ain't. Like a lot of people would beg to differ on this. But
I'm still not convinced, but he's had a good run. In fairness, he's had a good run.
Yeah, but we've had a good run because we've been running our luck.
Yeah, I mean, just real quick, I wanted to throw it out there. So Sally, she says Gundogan could have gone away for 2 weeks on holiday and still scored that goal. Yeah. Easily. And then Matthew said I'd kill to have someone like Ruud van Nistelrooy right now, and absolutely.
Oh, Rudy. What a player.
Guys, we're going to move on, and we're going to go to the team of the week. Craig, I don't even know if you really have a team of the week put together or anything like that, but I'm going to throw out what my personal team of the week is. Tell me what you guys think. But I went with my team of the week would be Pickford in goal. Pickford had an amazing week this week, and I think he deserves it. You can make the argument that Hugo Lloris maybe deserved it. He did have some more saves than Pickford, but I think Pickford had an absolutely outstanding week. I'm going to go with Kyle Walker. I think he had a great week as well.
He bossed it.
He bossed his side and did what he did. John Stones and Juan Foyth are my center back pairing. I think John Stones had a phenomenal week against us, which hurts me to say because I hate him so bad. And then, seriously, but then Juan Foyth, like you just talk about like we were talking about it earlier. I mean, he goes from giving away a penalty last week to scoring the winner. You gotta have some kind of respect for that.
Like I said, I have so much, respect for a player that can do that. I think the only player that I can think that could do that and has done that would be Jonathan Woodgate. What a player he was. What a centre back. But he would give a penalty, score a goal, get sent off. But
well, and so in fairness, I mean, I think that, and I don't, like I said, I don't like shouting out our opponents, but our opponent this week, they had so many players in this team of the week for us because they absolutely bossed us. Here, Andy Robertson also deserves to make it in. He played so well for Liverpool this week, deserves to make it in. I think Andy Robertson is somebody that is a very high class player, and he's just being so young. I mean, he's a good kid.
I think my team of the week will probably be City taking out
City 11.
take their keeper out, put Pickford in. That's it.
Fair enough, man. But so, I mean, my midfield three was Fernandinho, Bernardo Silva, and David Silva. I feel like all three, their midfield absolutely bossed our midfield all game.
But you've got, makes me laugh, you've got Fernandinho, which is, 31? You've got David Silva, 31, 32. We got Fellaini, 31. We got Matic, 31. We got Herrera's 29. Look at the difference in them three and them three. Look at. I don't know. It's just like we're here. Man City are here. No matter what player they've got, and it's so frustrating. Like so frustrating.
Yeah. You're right, but City's midfield absolutely bossed us, and that's why, honestly, all three of them make it into my team of the week.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with Mohamed Salah. He deserves to make it in. That goal that he had was really, really good. Just slotting it right past the keeper perfectly. Then I'm going to throw Sergio Aguero in there too.
Yeah,
Sergio Aguero had a hell of a game, and then honestly, Rondon with his 2 goals, honestly, was probably my player of the week.
It's hard not to, isn't it, with 2 goals, man?
Yeah, and he almost had the hat trick too. This close to the hat trick. So, I mean, but Craig, I mean, real quick, I'm going to ask you to, give me some final thoughts on the week of the Premier League in general. Anything you want to throw out there?
It's Man United. Buck your ideas up, please, because I'll be there at the Palace game. Don't get me wrong, I love my club. I just don't like the situation that we're in now. Where do we go from this? Hopefully we get 3 points. But we could get 3 points, we could get 6 points, we could get 9 points come Christmas and still be in the same spot.
Yeah.
Because everyone else could win it. Everyone else could win their games. But I'm like every other United fan, yourself, but just want the team to do well, to play well, to thrive, and just get the chemistry up, without Jose Mourinho.
Yeah, No, I agree, man. Well, while you're live on air, we are going to go ahead and we're going to do our shirt giveaway for a Phoenix Rising Western Conference Champions playoff shirt.
I will get one of these, you know.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna.
You can order one. You can order one, you guys. You can order them off of Phoenix Rising's website.
I've looked.
It's a pretty clean shirt too. I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty clean shirt. So while you're live, I'm gonna make sure to do this. And guys, thank you for hanging around so long. Please drop a like on the video for Craig and myself. You know, we've gone on for over an hour talking about this week, and it's honestly been an absolutely amazing conversation. Absolutely loved it. So, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just run through this, do the drawing, and holy shit, you're never going to guess who won. So, go here. Matthew McFadden.
No way.
You were the winner of the Phoenix Rising playoff shirt. Western Conference champion shirt. I don't know how it's possible, guys. I wish I did the video, but Matthew McFadden, you were the winner of the shirt. Rigged. we got it rigged already.
I was gonna say rigged. Fixed.
Honestly, I'll show you how this works. I mean, just so you can see it. I'm going to take a video of it because I can promise you I would never, ever rig this. I hope you guys trust me enough to say that. But
because if it was rigged, I would have got it.
I know, right? But like this is exactly how it works. So I'm going to play this video for you. I know, right? And that's how it works. It rolls through it and like it just was all random. So guys, Matthew McFadden won it fair and square.
Well done.
Like, I'm really happy that Matthew won it. I would have been happy for everybody to win it. But guys, thank you so much for joining us live. I mean, genuinely, it means so much to me. I know it means a lot to Craig. I mean, we've had absolutely fantastic just back and forth together, and then awesome people from the comments. I mean, we've had an absolutely phenomenal show. Craig, I genuinely can't wait to get you back on, my friend.
Bro, when I can, I'll do it. You know me. We talk regularly. When we'll arrange it again. We'll arrange it.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, again, please make sure to drop a like on the video. At the very least, do it for Craig. By the way, in the description, Craig's Twitter is in the description. Be sure to follow him on Twitter. He is an amazing follow, great guy. And I'm so proud to just call him a friend. So proud to even just call him a friend.
Thank you. And same to you, mate. Same to you.
Guys, wrapping up the stream. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. We're going to do something live. I don't know what yet, but we're going to do something live. And that we're also going to do a Q&A this week. Maybe not this week, but it'll be either this week or next week, where you guys can come on here and ask me literally anything, because it's
Q&A.
International break. We need to do something to break up the boredom. So, Craig, do you want to shout out anything real quick before we sign off?
Same again. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And another thing, rest in peace, Stan Lee.
Yeah,
that's another one.
Rest in peace, Stan Lee. Like, I mean, it's sad, but it's not to have lived.
No, we had this conversation. It's not sad, but it's a big loss.
Yeah.
And thank you, everyone, for listening, watching, and I hope to come on again and watch this space on this guy.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Craig. But, I mean, genuinely, guys, love you guys. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for everything you guys do for the channel. It genuinely means so, so much to me. And just, I hope you guys all have a great night. Craig, if you want to stay live with me afterwards, we can have a quick little conversation.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, we're going live. Yeah, we'll have a little conversation.
All right, guys. Check you later. And I can't wait to talk to you guys again tomorrow.
Take care, people.